Hello and welcome to Start Select Steven. I am Steven Reyes and today we are taking a look at the game Don't Mess with Bobber. Don't Mess with Bobber is an atmospheric first-person horror game inspired by 1980s classics where a seemingly innocent vacation turns into a nightmare. Yeah, all I can think about is Evil Dead and pretty much any other 80s horror movie. And in this game, a small mistake during your holiday unleashes the wrath of an enraged beaver seeking revenge. So when I first saw the trailer for this game, I was very intrigued. I was expecting some crazy antics, which there are, and I was expecting more of a horror comedy rather than just a horror game, which this one isn't like necessarily gory at all. It is a walking simulator with a couple of things that you can do, a few minor puzzles, and not that long that I'd say for anybody who doesn't get stuck like I did in one particular spot, essentially this gated maze where I had to first find the tools, assemble the tools to get out this gate without getting repeatedly killed by the beaver, then having to come back to hit certain switches. That if you don't get stuck in there like I did for a long time, that this game could easily be 30 to 60 minutes. It's on Steam right now for like $4.99, so at a reasonable price for the length of the game. That it isn't a comedy where it's just like cheesy antics. There are some moments where you're like, what the heck, this beaver is coming at me, this is kind of weird. But overall, this game, I got the feel that it's definitely inspired by 80s horror classics, for that you're really stuck, you don't have any ability to fight back, you're just trying to survive, which is a nice touch. And that they have a massive message of respect nature, otherwise nature will fight back. So not the comical romp in a horror game that I expected, which that's not what they advertise, to be fair. I generally try not to read the description of games after I watch a trailer because I just want to see what I get from it before I find out what they were trying to convey. That it was fun. I do really appreciate the message that they have of don't mess with nature, but I feel like there was two areas that kind of it fell short for me. One, the person that the beaver is attacking is somebody who accidentally broke the beaver's dam. But for nature to get revenge on somebody who's being disrespectful to nature, I'd prefer it to be somebody who was actually an asshole, not somebody who was just kind of, oh, I'm going to throw out my trash, and I accidentally knocked the trash can in the lake. It wasn't like it was overflowing in the scene and your character throws it in. It was just like you throw it in, the trash can tips over, and you piss off nature. This person, at least the character we're playing as, seems like they're not the typical person to disrespect nature, so the wrath that you receive in this game seems unwarranted. I just would have preferred if our character had been more of a douchebag that way. The wrath that the beaver is throwing at you would be more appropriate. Don't get me wrong, I do love their message of respect nature, take care of your trash, don't litter. But it just felt story-wise, we didn't have a just cause for us being attacked. And the only other thing is, when you're being hunted down, there's no like audio cues to help you know if the beaver is closer or if the beaver is coming from a different direction. That it's just literally, you either see the red eyes or you hear the thud, but it's it's just all coming in from one direction, and it's hard to tell which way to go. So yeah, it is kind of helps with the horror aspect of not knowing where to run, but I feel like some audio cues to help you be able to sneak around more would have been nice. And when the music kicks up for you're in trouble being chased, even if you lose the beaver, it still plays the entire track. So that's kind of just seems like, oh, it's an auto cue that just plays this specific segment of music rather than it plays while you're in danger and it fades as you get clear. So a little more detail would have been nice, but overall I do love the message. That I have to say, with the game's message, that boosted my score. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It is a great message. It is a fun challenge, but I feel like it could have had some more stuff to it. So if you're looking for a quick horror game where you can be attacked and hunted by a beaver, then this one's for you. It's only $5, so not a bad price. I'd definitely recommend checking out the trailer and seeing if this is something you want to play. I just want to say thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Stephen Reyes.